Good morning, YouTube, or I really should say good afternoon. I'm so excited to be making my first video. My name is Melanie and I am going to be a 7th year teacher. I've been teaching 2nd grade my whole career at varying levels, and I am super excited because I am going to a new school in the fall, and I have this whole vision of how I want it to look. I want this to feel like my forever classroom. I'm going to be here a while. I want the students to feel like they're at home when they come to school, and I am so excited to bring you along with me on my journey to setting up my classroom, to meeting my new students, to getting adjusted to my new school, and I am really just super excited. What I wanted to do first is I want to show you how I've been preparing for my new school. Unfortunately, I messaged the principal. I am not allowed to go into the school until August. Our first day is August 16th. That's when the teachers are allowed to come back in. I'm trying to squeeze in there earlier, but so far it doesn't look promising. I watch these teacher tubers on here, and they're at school on Sunday and Saturday till 10 o'clock. That is not what it's like in my city. I'm in a major city in Pennsylvania, and school closed at 7, you're out of there by 6:30. That's it. So I'm trying to get as much done at home as I can so that when I get to school, it's more like just putting things up and not creating new materials, if that makes sense. I want to show you what I have so far, what I've collected, what I've shopped for, what I've made, downloaded, laminated, all that in advance, so that when I get to school, I'm just putting it up on the walls. Unfortunately, I only have one bulletin board. I'll try to insert pictures so that you can see my classroom. I have one big bulletin board in my room. I have 2 whiteboards and a Promethean board, which is exciting because I've never had a Promethean board in my own classroom. And I have a ton of cubbies and storage above the cubbies, which is also exciting because at my last school, the students had to store their coats and book bags and things in giant bins. So I had like 4 big bins, 2 in the front, boys, girls, where they put their book bags, 2 in the back, boys, girls, where they put their coats, and it was always just a mess. But I'm so excited that they have cubbies this year inside the classroom. I'm so excited for that storage above. But I'm also a little nervous because I'm going to be teaching math, reading, and science this year. And I haven't taught science aside from student teaching. So that's going to be new. It's a new curriculum for all of us. So that's also going to be interesting. Learning it together, seeing what materials I need, if that requires additional storage, because I have worked with the math program before and that takes a lot of storage. So we'll see what we're working with when we get there, but I'm trying to be as prepared as I can right now. So the first thing I want to show you, because I only have one bulletin board, I did not want to put a word wall or sound wall up this year because I want to save space for anchor charts. I've learned that when I put anchor charts behind the children and have them look back at it, they become more active in the classroom. When they have to keep turning, I'll have someone read something off the anchor chart for the class, and it gets them moving. It kind of wakes them up because they don't know if they're going to be called, things like that. So I like it behind the students as opposed to on the window, because after a while, even if you laminate your things, the sun will fade those markers out and you'll have to just keep refreshing your anchor charts. I'd rather have them on the walls or on the bulletin board. So to save space, because I might need math, reading, writing, science anchor charts, I'm going to leave that wall alone for now. And for my word wall, I got this off of TPT by, I wrote it down, the social emotional teacher. And each kid is going to have personal word wall folders. And shout out to my mom for printing these at work, because I would not be printing all of these color papers at home, no ma'am. So she printed these at work for me. I took 2 manila folders, I stapled them together so that they fold into each other like this. On the front we have number words, days of the week, months of the year. Students always have a hard time with B and D, especially in 2nd grade if they're lower readers, P and Q, and then the color words. So I really like that all of those basic words are on here. On the inside, the last flap, you'll see they have their beginning blends, ending blends, digraphs, consonants, vowels, and some reading strategies, which I think is cute because I've definitely used these in the past and I think those are just too cute. And then when you open it all the way, students can write their own words on the inside. I could have also preloaded them with some words, but I chose not to do that this year because what I see happening is, as we come across tricky words and I'm seeing a lot of friends are having trouble with, I'll just have us all pull out our folders. We'll write those words in the columns, and I'll tell them the importance of not writing too big so that you take up a whole column with 3 words. No. So some words we'll work on together. That might also be how I practice how to handle these, by filling in some of these tricky words like that, then there, and then as kids need help, because all kids need help spelling different things, and I don't like using word wall space when only maybe 3 kids needed that word. So it's nice to have to be able to walk over to individual kids if they're having trouble. Maybe they want to spell the word rabbit. I can either write it in there for them or help them spell it in there, so that whenever they need a word when we're writing, they can just pull it out and they have that with them. I also like this for tests because when you open it up and put it in front of you, like on your desk, it also works as a divider. I don't know how close the kids are going to be sitting when we go in. They have been at this school, they've been virtual the full time since we've been home. They've never gone back into the classroom. So I'm essentially working with kindergartners? I don't know. I don't want to discredit the teachers. I know how hard it is to teach online. And they were already pretty low. So I'm expecting kindergarten, first grade levels for this 2nd grade year. And I don't know if they're going to be able to work in groups. I don't know if they'll be in rows facing me. I have no idea, but I like to be prepared just in case with those dividers. So like I said, that's found on TPT by the social emotional teacher. The next thing that I have is voice levels, and I put them in this baggie because I already laminated them and cut them out. So I use my Cricut machine to cut out the letters. Then I laminated them and cut them out. I heard that some people are able to laminate their papers and then use the Cricut machine. I'm scared to death to do that. I do not want my Cricut machine to jam because I love it so much. But if your Cricut machine is strong enough and if you have the needles for it that's strong enough, I'm sure it's fine. But we just have voice, level, and then we also have the numbers. We have 0, which is voice off. I could have kept the little black dots in there, but guys, no one's gonna care. Whisper, normal, and then we have speak up, which I may or may not put this up because there's really no reason in the classroom that a student needs to be at a level 3, but we do have soft-spoken children, so I might keep this up, and for those students who think that they're yelling, they think that they're on the level 2 and they're not, I might point to that for them. I'm also, and I saw this idea, I don't remember who I saw this from, so I apologize, but I'm also going to print out my Bitmoji and laminate that to put it next to the levels. I was going to do the dollar store lights and click which one the class should be on, but I'll have to change the batteries a lot. It's from the dollar store, they don't last very long, and I don't think I feel like doing that, so I might just print out my Bitmoji, put a magnet on the back, and then I can move that for what level the class should be on for varying activities. So I thought that was so cute, and I'm going to put that on my whiteboard. I'm going to have one of my whiteboards, I believe I'm going to do, is going to be filled up with things that aren't necessarily content. So I'll leave one whiteboard for us to work on, and one will hang my calendar, the voice levels, maybe lunch menus, things of that sort. But I got the voice levels for free on TPT by Miss Fifth. So shout out to Miss Fifth, because that was a good one. I also printed out, these are just a bunch of letters. They're not really whole. They're not really whole words right now. But I printed out a bunch of letters and cut them out so that it'll say Home Sweet Classroom on my door. I have some contact paper, some wood contact paper that I plan on using on my door this year, and I'll touch on that a little later. And I'm thinking to put greenery and leaves at the top, floral at the top. We don't want anything on the bottom, as a lot of us know kids kick. It's always accidents. Sometimes it's tantrums, but it'll always get destroyed on the bottom. So at the top, I might have greenery. I'll have Home Sweet Classroom and maybe a wreath to set the tone as they come in. And they know what to expect. They can relax a little bit more. They don't feel like they're learning right away. And all of these, as I'm putting them back in here, they're all, you know, going straight on the floor. I'm trying to get them into the bag, but that doesn't always happen, and that's okay because I'm going to throw it on the floor anyway. All right, the next thing that I want to mention is a floral bundle that I got on TPT. So it's a floral classroom decor bundle by, and I have my notes, by Confetti and Creativity. And with this bundle, it came with printables for, and some of them are editable, for your calendar, for decorations around your classroom, your birthday signs, your teacher toolbox, other labels, class jobs. If you have the Sterilite 3-drawer organizer container, they have labels that fit those, and it was awesome. So I usually do the clutter-free classroom, but I really wanted the homey feel this year, so I really like the floral neutral tones of the floral classroom decor bundle, farmhouse floral decor bundle from Confetti and Creativity. So here's an example of some labels. I print out blank labels. So I did print out some that have words on it, like writing the subjects, but I also like to print out blank ones just in case things change on a dime before, and I'm not able to go home, print something out, or maybe I forget. At least I can have a placeholder there. Or if something is temporary and it always changes, if I laminate them, I can put it in dry erase marker, erase it, put it in there again. So I do like to have blank ones of those. Like I said, they came with some inspirational quotes as well, nice pictures. I think I'm gonna go to the Dollar Tree, get black frames, and then hang these. Like, I think these are so cute. If I have room on my walls, I'm not gonna hang all of them, but if I do have room on my walls, I think I'm going to frame these and put them up. I think they are so adorable. They go with my vibe. I like to think less is more sometimes when you come to the classroom. You don't want students overwhelmed or distracted by non-content related things. It's nice for them to feel welcome, feel homey, for them to enjoy the space that they're in. It's important for teachers to enjoy the space that they're in, but when the room is cluttered, it causes for a cluttered mind, and you don't want that as well. So minimum looks, I want really clean edges for most of it. And my cabinets, if I did insert the picture you saw, my cabinets and cubbies are green, like greener than this green. So I also want to just tone that down. I don't want to add too many patterns on top of that. I think that's where I'm going to hang my birthday wall as well. We'll see. I have this paper that, I'm sorry if you created this and you're like, oh, that's mine, I'm not giving you credit. I borrowed one of these from a first grade teacher at my old school and just made copies of it. I don't know where she got it from. I don't know if she created these. Shout out to her if she did. But fabulous work coming soon so that I can have placeholders on wherever I want my wow wall to be. It might be outside my classroom this year because, like I said, my wall space is very limited, but just so it doesn't look empty, you know. And I also like to put these in sleeves so that I can put the students' work in and out of sleeves so they don't get torn, messed up, or ruined with staples. So that's another thing that I have. Back to the farmhouse bundle though. Sorry, I just saw that there. Back to the farmhouse bundle. I also have a number line. They go up to 200. I only print it out until to 100 because in second grade, after 100, students should be able to, or we should be learning to count on from there. They shouldn't necessarily need a number line that goes all the way to 200. So I did print this out to put above my board. I have a bigger number line. It's blue, which doesn't really fit my theme, the type of blue it is, but if I feel like those numbers are too small, if my students aren't able to see it, if they're not utilizing it, then I will use the other number line. In our math curriculum, there are a lot of mini games where we do use the number line, point to it a lot. So I do definitely need a number line, and I like that the even numbers are black. So that can help when I'm teaching my students about odd and even numbers. Yeah. I printed out these squares, so it has A to P on there, and I might use these for my library to label the bins. I'm not sure how my school goes about labeling. At my last school, we had to label our bins by reading levels. I'm not sure if we have to do this next year, I'm also not 100% sure if they use Francis and Pinnell, or if they use DRA, or if they use another reading curriculum where it might be numbers. So I did just print out the letters just in case. Well, this is a welcome sign, WEL, come, in the decorations that I can hang also on my door if I wanted to. I printed out just in case. I like that just in case. It came in the bundle. I have nothing better to do right now, so I might as well laminate them, cut them out so that if I need them, they're there. These are my birthday signs. So it has little cupcakes with the months on them, which I think is really cute. And I think I might go to Lakeshore to look at the little, you know how they have like those little, they're always different. Some of them are cupcakes, some of them are candles, some of them are crayons. But they're not sticky notes, but they're like sticky notes, you know what I mean? So I might get those just to put the students' names on and hang them around the cupcake with the number to symbolize whose birthday is in that month and on what day. I have my sharp and dull pencil signs. Some teachers say this doesn't really work for them. I'm half and half. You will have students who put dull pencils in the sharp bin. You will eventually in the year see that there is no dull or sharp pencils and everyone needs pencils. That's just how teaching works. The floor eats pencils, the desk eats pencils, the kids eat pencils. But I like to have these just in case, set these norms. You never know. Maybe one class does it super, super well. So we'll see how that works this year. I typically like them. I have these type of numbers with the tens frame. I know some friends printed it. I'm sorry, I can't not say friends, right? Some friends printed it on full sheets of paper. I didn't because one, I don't know where I'm putting this yet, and I don't want to print it on a full thing of paper because I don't use these as often. When I do use 10 frames, I use it flashcard form so it doesn't get hung up. So I might put this somewhere in my room, but it doesn't need to be that big and take up that much space. I have the hand signals. Also, again, all of these came in that floral bundle, and I could edit these to what I want each hand signal to be. So 1 is pencil, 2 is tissue. Can you imagine how often this one gets used? 3 is water, and I love the diversity here. 4 is bathroom. And 5 is question. I would have said question or statement, but I think I'm just going to explain that to save room on the actual signal. What else do we have? Oh, how cute are these? We have our colors. And again, these colors are on their personal word wall. I don't have to put them up, but when they look this cute, I think I kind of need to. So we have our colors here that I'll put somewhere. I also have alphabet. Again, some people print these out on full sheets of paper. If I feel like I really need to do that when I hang it up, then I'll do that. But in 2nd grade, from my experience, I've only had about maybe 3 students over the span of 7 years or 6 years who really needed to refer to these a lot. I had to point to it so that they can see that they're looking for, so they see a penguin and like, oh, that's a P. Like pre-primary children, I don't usually have too many of those, so I don't think this needs to be that large. And with those students, I usually print out something special, maybe on their folder. I might put it on the back so that they also have their personal ones. We have another, this is a part of the birthday decor. We have, I found these on teachers, paid teachers as well. They're health posters from Letters from Mikkel. I hope I pronounced that right. And I love these as well. Even if we're not using math, some of these I can, which I don't know, probably though. Some of these I can still use, and I love them because of the diversity, honestly. I teach at a predominantly African-American school, a predominantly African-American low-income school, and I love representation in my decor. So we have wear your mask. cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue. And some of these phrases came with different pictures, so you can pick and choose which one you want. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue. So perfect example. The same thing, I can choose which one I want. I might go with the one wearing a hijab, to show even more representation. Keep your distance. Get rid of germs. So I'm also thinking of creating a sanitation station. I have a sink in my classroom this year. I've never in my whole entire life had a sink in my classroom or taught with a sink in the classroom. And as I watch these other teachers on YouTube, I'm like, is that a thing? People have sinks in their classroom? I'm actually here for it. So I want a sanitation station next to my sink with soap, with hand sanitizer, tissues, wipes, whatever. My kids in the past have been very good about cleaning after themselves if you provide them with the materials. Yes, you don't want all of your wipes to be wasted, but if you teach kids how to wipe away their mess properly, it might not always get wasted. So I definitely love this. Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. I definitely love this one as well. And then we are having breakfast in the classroom this year, which I get it, you know, small kids, big cafeteria, I get it, but oh my goodness, in the inner city with the mice and the roaches, I do not love the idea of having all of that food stored in the classroom. I don't know how they go about trash yet, but also don't share food, you know, that's a good tip to have. So, but I am nervous, y'all, pray for me. And then use your own supplies. I'll show you what else I have in terms of organization if students do need their own supplies this year and are not able to share in tables. So I have that sign just in case. And then this is the big one, but it's not really up to the kids, is it? So I don't know if I'm gonna hold this up, but sick, stay home. Fever, cough, sore throat, congestion, headache, fatigue, nausea. This really should be for the parents. So I might, if I do a class dojo and the parents sign on, I might scan that and put it up there. Because kids can only do so much. You know, they don't want to come to school when they're sick. It's not their fault. I got these inspirational or influential people posters from Elementary and Mitten. You may have seen this all over YouTube by now. Oh my gosh. I love these so much. I love them so much. I printed all of them. I didn't laminate all of them. I don't even know if I can hang all the ones that I have now, but I love these so much, and I'm definitely going to find space to put these up in my classroom or my door somewhere. And with the other ones that I printed and I don't end up using, I can give to my team, and hopefully if they have room and if they want to hang them up, they can hang them up as well, because I absolutely love it. She did a great job with that one. I have copy, file, grade. I didn't cut these out yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to use these. Here are the numbers that I printed out earlier. And I have a lot of these numbers. It goes up to, I printed up to 36, but I think it goes even further than that. And I have a lot of those numbers just in case. I don't always number my students. I usually just organize them by in alphabetical order by first name. But if I do want to number them, if we have a lot of student materials, since they have cubbies, I might give them a number, and I have different decorative numbers that I'll put on their cubbies, maybe in the beginning of the year on their carpet spots, things like that. But eventually students internalize their number and I don't have to put it on everything if it does come up. But just in case, I have it. I want to be prepared. And then I have a lot of other things that I did not laminate yet that also came in the pack as extras, because what I like about that pack is, for example, this label has like the wood background, I think it's upside down, and the florals, but some of them are black and white polka dot. Some of them are black with floral. So there's different versions, and when I asked my mom to print it, she just printed everything, which is great. So just in case I wanted to switch it up, I do have that. What I want to show you next is the other things that I have to organize my classroom things that I've bought so far, and I might do another video on my library just so that this one isn't too long. Thank you for watching part 1 of my summer prep series. Part 2 should be coming out shortly. I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell button so you get notified when that comes out, and I'll see you there.